Welcome to yet another fabulous Sunday night news and nonsense. And we've got a lot of wonderful news for all of you today. How you doing, Total Us, today?
I am doing fine, sir. Thank you. And yes, you know what? For tonight's brief Center report, I'm going to let you toss all the news at me. I'm just going to sit back and listen and see if I can shoot these all down and have some fun. How does that sound?
All right, hot off the multiware website, OSI signs Declaration of Internet Freedom. The Declaration of Internet Freedom is an initiative to make the Internet as free and open. It is aimed to defend the rights of netizens in having access to the content on the Internet in a transparent manner while protecting everyone's privacy. OSI is a community nonprofit organization which promotes awareness of non-proprietary software and approvers of open source conformant licenses, has recently posted that they have added a signatory to the Declaration of Internet Freedom movement. The Declaration of Internet Freedom espouses the following 5 basic principles. 1. Expression. Don't censor the Internet. 2. Access. Promote universal access to fast and affordable networks. 3. Openness. Keep the Internet an open network where everyone is free to connect, communicate, write, read, watch, speak, listen, learn, create, and innovate. 4. Innovation. Protect the freedom to innovate and create without permission. Do not block new technologies. Do not punish innovators for their users' actions. And finally, number 5, privacy. Protect privacy and defend everyone's ability to control how their data and devices are used. I think this is a wonderful initiative here.
I would have to agree. It would briefly, then we shall move on. I am a big fan of freedom and privacy, and I think on that note, nothing else needs to be said. What else do you have, Spatry?
Okay, well, we know you're using Ubuntu. I'm using Linux Mint, and hot off the web update site, Ubuntu Tweak 0.7.3 adds support for Linux Mint 13 and Ubuntu 12.10. Now, it doesn't say whether there is any support for the 12.04. I don't even know if you have Ubuntu Tweak installed. Do you have that running on your system?
I prefer Arch Linux Tweak extension, but if you insist, I'll try Ubuntu Tweak. Fine.
Actually, I have not downloaded and installed this yet. This looks attractive, and I'm going to download it and play with it a little bit later. Now, I'm running the XFCE version of Linux Mint, though, so I don't know if this is going to bring anything exciting to the table for me, but you never know. I'll see what kind of tweaks it has and that sort of thing.
I have used Ubuntu Tweak in the past, and for all the newbies out there who wanted to try a Linux distribution like Ubuntu or Zorn or Linux Mint, Ubuntu Tweak is absolutely marvelous.
Now, I've got some wonderful news for you, Toss, today. You're absolutely going to love this. I know how addictive you are to your Xbox and that sort of thing, but unfortunately, you know, with all these patent battles and all this other stuff, there is a new player that's coming out, and this is called Ouya. It is an Android-powered game console, and then now it is up for pre-order. And this was announced a few months ago. And actually, Electro Linux brought this up last night, and he asked me if I was going to even do any talking on this. But basically, it's a gaming system built using open-source software technology that runs on the Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich operating system. The unit has a quad-core ARM Cortex CPU, 8GB internal flash memory storage, and 1GB RAM for memory, and it supports 1080p HDMI display, and visuals are supported by NVIDIA. It sounds like a pretty interesting system with an introductory price of $99. The Ouya is prepared to enter the world where Sony's PlayStation 3 and Microsoft's Xbox 360 are reigning rulers of the console market.
Spatry, you said it has NVIDIA, so I think the spokesperson for that console will be Linus Torvalds?
It is a possibility, but hey, since he gave him the love finger, you know, now we're starting to see NVIDIA step up their game and improve in the Linux world. So, I mean, yeah, more. Hey, now if he could only give the finger, if he could only give the finger to ATI, you know, yeah, exactly. You know, and it's really funny since we're on the subject of ATI.
Yes.
Remember my telling you that I installed the ATI driver, and do you know it was running beautifully, and then I realized in the lower right corner of my screen the mouse would stick. It was ridiculous, and they had you had to enable the software. You had to change some line of code to do software to prevent that from happening, but it made the mouse look horrible. And especially if you were using Compiz or any desktop compositing and that sort of thing. So I ended up having to uninstall the ATI driver and going back to the open source driver. So, we're both in the same boat. ATI,
Yeah.
we love you.
I'm trying to think what ATI stands for. Maybe it stands for All Together Idiots.
Well,
Just kidding. Yeah.
well, you know about wine, right? For Linux, right?
I love red wine. It's awesome. Yes, go ahead.
Well, there is a wine named Ubuntu, and this is from the Oh My God Ubuntu site, OMG Ubuntu.
Yes. Oh, here it comes, folks. Take a deep breath. Okay, go ahead.
I'm looking at a picture of the bottle, and it says Ubuntu Duro or something like that, and. This beverage was produced in 2007, 2008, and 2009 by Portuguese winemakers Newport as part of celebrations making the World Cup host nation of South Africa. I couldn't believe that when I saw this article, so I had to bring this up. But apparently, the reviewer said that it's supposed to be horrible wine, that sort of thing. But in quote, it says intense red and black fruit aromas with a spicy and whetstone notes and an excellent acidity, providing a long-lasting aftertaste. Now, I don't know about you, but back in my wine drinking days, I don't think I'd want to, or any alcohol drinking days, I don't think I'd want anything that has a long-lasting aftertaste.
No. Ubuntu Duro. It sounds like a car battery.
All right, and in Linux gaming news, and this is hot off the press from UbuntuVibes.com, and I'd like to thank everybody on who joined us for post-show conversation that turned me on to this website. There's this game that I've been having my eye out on, and it just received all of its funding. This game is called The Legend of Arthurus 3D RPG, and a few days back, they reported on the game, and it appears that they received full funding from Kickstarter, so this game will be coming to Linux. So just check out UbuntuVibes.com for more information. You can get some screenshots of the game and some videos. And that's all I have for the news this week.
Spatry, thank you. That piece of news about the Android gaming console for did you say $99? That sounds terrific.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, for a quad core, but the thing is, really 1 gig of RAM is all it has. And then it has 8 gigs for, the internals. I don't know if that's really going to be enough. But then again, Android games are relatively small in size. So I can imagine that you'd probably be able to fit a number of games on there. But, they may have options for maybe plugging in an external drive and doing something with it. I think it's a wonderful idea, and it's another way that Linux is just infiltrating its way into the technology world. I think it's magnificent, and I think this is going to be great for people.
I would totally agree on that point. As far as gamings go, or new games, whether they succeed or fail, from my perspective as a Halo fan and a game buyer, and for myself and my son on the 360, if a game has really nice graphics and has a good story, and you combine that to make it completely entertaining, then I would say you have a winner.
Yeah, I'd have to say so too.
All right. Well, folks, those of you who have been listening, thank you so much for listening to this surprise short center report after the show we did on spy technology. Thank you for joining us again this evening, and join us every Sunday night on the live Total OS Today show. Don't forget to join Saturday nights, 8 p.m. That is the Spatry Zoo Crew. And I think, Spatry, that's it. Unless you have something else to say, go ahead and take us out.
We will see you same time, same channel next week. Thank you, all of you.
Ciao.